YouTube, what's up with y'all? How y'all doing today? We back. The Odyssey project has been coming along very long way. What we're doing today is we're going to be doing our other DIY camber kit. I already got one done, so now it's time to do the other one. This one I'm gonna show it to y'all how I did it step by step. So we got one right there, made by hand. You got the locking nuts on it and everything. All right, so let me show y'all what you're gonna need if you're trying to do one. What we got on the table today is first we got the lower control arm. We measured it halfway, and then we cut it in half, and then we got this adjustable bolt, threads on both sides. And then we got some extra locking washers to go along with it. So outside of that, I got a Harbor Freight welder over there. I got my grinder with the cutting blade on it. And then I got this drill bit right here too. This drill bit right here is how we cut the hole, so we can we're gonna cut this in half, and then we're gonna weld plates on each side, and then when we weld that plate on there, we're gonna drill a hole in that plate so that this bolt right here can go inside of it. So that's why this tool right here is very important. All right, so outside of that, let's get to work. All right, so seeing how easy it was, cut that piece off. We got two pieces of the lower control arm. Got one right there, got one right here. So now that I got that off, I got my grinding blade on there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm about to make this even. It's kind of off a little bit when we look at it from the top. One side out further than the other. Hold on, there we go. So I'm gonna just flatten it down till it's flat. I'm gonna grind it down till it's flat, and then I'm gonna cut my other pieces out too. All right, so now I got these parts right here. Grind it down. Grind them down pretty good. Move this before somebody cut their hand. Got these parts ground down pretty good to a flat surface right there, because they were crooked, so we just about at a flat surface now. Now my next step is I'm gonna cut out these pieces right here that are going to cover this. So that's gonna go right there. We're gonna fill that in, and then that's where when we get that done, when we get that cut out, this bolt right here is going to go. This bolt is going to go through there, and it's going to be able to wind in and out like that, so we can adjust the camber on it. All right, so let's go ahead and get them plates cut. Alright, so where we at now is I cut the pieces. I got my two pieces here for the caps, and then I cut this piece right here. How I cut it was I went to the top of it, I marked out 1 inch here, 1 inch there, and then I bent this plate down, and then I came on the side. You see right here, this little clip right there. I cut these sides off too, because what I'm gonna do with this plate is I'm gonna bend these over the top. So this whole piece is gonna be made of itself, and it's gonna close in, and it's gonna be reinforced. So 1 inch on the top, 1 inch right there, and then I cut these ridges off on the side so that it will lay flat. So now I'm gonna just go ahead and bend these down. What's up, YouTube? Day 2. underwear on my head, you know what I'm saying, keep my dreadlocks from catching on fire. That's where we at. So if y'all remember, I cut the arm in half. I cut a slot, and then I folded this piece under right here, and then I folded the right piece over top of it and the left piece over top of it. I folded them down flat, and then I put a cut in the middle so I could flatten it all the way, and then I welded it right down the middle. So now it's one piece, as you can see. Welded it. See if we can focus on that right there. There we go, a little bit better. So now that I did that, I'll be adding this plate on top to reinforce, so it'll be open for the nut right here. The nut will go on like that. Actually, the nut will go on the inside, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna put the nut here so that I can circle it and I can cut that out. What I'm using to cut that out is this right here. Been doing a good job for me. Then once I weld that, I can drop this down in there through the hole, and it should be able to turn in and out. So let's get to it. All right, so as you see, welded that side, welded this side right there. Now I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna weld this top piece right here. So this is super duper freaking hot. So let me stop playing and go ahead and put both of my gloves on. That's a nice one, boy. The more I sit out here and do this, the better I get. Alright, so that's what we got on that one right there. I remember my first video now, huh? I ain't no expert, but look at me now, bitch. This one not so well, but still solid though. Still solid. Still solid. So the next thing is, you take this piece right here, put it back in the vise like that. Clamp it down tight. See that? Alright, so before we run out of daylight, last thing I'm going to do is, for this, I'm going to take this and I'm going to weld this joker in right here. Weld this nut in there. And weld that nut in there so it'll lock like that. And see, I locked it right here on this side so it don't move. Weld that nut in there. I'm gonna weld it, tack it. I'm gonna weld it across the top, weld it across the top. as y'all see. Check me out, check me out. This the first one right here. It's the first set right there. One side done. Got it boxed in. I did happen to mess up some of the threads right here on the inside, but that's okay. Pro tip, if you're gonna do this, make sure that when you weld it, that's why I put this cap on it right here. I put this cap on it so that my welds wouldn't be dropping down in there, just like right here. See that hole right there? The welds can drop down in there, and then when you go to screw it back and forth, it'll mess up the threads on it. So I'm putting this cap. This cap will stabilize it. This cap will give it more bracing, and this cap will stop my welds from getting down in there. So this is my last little weld on this. Once I weld this here, tack, then I'm gonna fill this in. And then I'm gonna come on the inside right here, and I'm gonna weld up the side. I'm gonna weld up the side, and I'm gonna weld under there. That's gonna be it. So after that, then I'm gonna aircraft remover these joints, and I'm gonna paint them. So y'all stick with me. We're on the last leg. Let's finish it up. Alright, first off, thank y'all for rocking with me this long. We now coming to the end of this video. I'm about to show y'all my final product of my upper control arms before I paint them. Painting them gonna be in the next video. They will be all finished. But right here we got two arms. Only thing I did paint was the inside, and I painted it with some Ace Hardware No Rust paint. I only painted the inside because I want to paint the outside with a silver. I'm gonna paint them all silver. So follow my steps on there. This is just a example of how you can make your own camber kits for this car. I tried to make mine sturdy. I tried to make them strong because I will be bashing on them a little bit. So this is my build of my camber kit. You can do your own. If you need any help, you can leave a comment at the bottom. You can message me on Instagram at Freeway Savage, FREWAYSVG. Here we go. This is the end of this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.